I'm the kid Buzz. So I don't usually do uh, astrology, but I want to do Scorpio moon because I have this placement. The moon is a troublesome place when it's in Scorpio, and it's a very intense sign. It's these people, it's like they're not side, they're depressed. If they're angry, they're furious. You know, there's never really no in between. You know, once they hit emotions, is they're happy. They're like the most happiest person around, and that's it's a lot. It's a very intense sign, and they really, they don't like to show their vulnerability because they don't like to give their opponent ammunition or fuel, or they don't like to. On top of that, they don't want to freak people out because it's too much for most people. Most people get scared of this sign because this sign, they could draw out the dark intentions or the shadows of that you thought you would never, know about it. It'd be like, damn, I didn't know about this. I didn't know I could get this angry. I didn't know I can get this. And the moon, the Scorpio moon, they have a lot of depth that most people just can't understand. Most people can't even scrape the surface, can't even cut through the surface. They're not superficial at all. They're not worldly. They're really not. Uh, that's all they want. They want stuff. They just bring out, the hidden. They love occult. They love that stuff, and they bring out the dark nature of humans. Like they have the ability, like for example, like they can tell if you coming up. Let's say they talking to a female and you coming up and you talking to both of them. They know that you really interested in that female. They know the bullshit. They see right through you. They're like, okay, this person is obviously. Or let's say that one time I had a homeboy. My current girlfriend now. I had a homeboy. My girlfriend's friend was supposed to be bringing him marijuana over to smoke it or whatever, and my girlfriend was with her friend, and her friend is gay, so of course the gay friend ain't gonna give him no trans. But to me, he wanted me to go home so he could get with my girlfriend. I'm like, he didn't try to make me, but he kept on giving me suggestions. I'm like, I don't, they can see snakes from a mile away. They usually do, and they be like, subconsciously, that's what they look for. They look for what you mean. They don't look for lip service. They like, oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? They're looking for what you mean, and they pay attention. They pay attention to your subconscious, your behavior patterns, and on top of that, they can rewind conversations. They could figure out if you're lying. Like for instance, I had a homeboy named I just had a homeboy who told me that his sister dropped him off because we wanted to go get wings and we wanted him to take us to go get wings. So he told us that. Then we later in the day, like about an hour, 30 minutes later, we walked towards his car. It's in the parking lot, and I'm like, "Oh, you lied to me." They can pick up stuff like that. They can rewind that, and then that's why you don't want to cross them. You really want to be honest, and you want to show them the side that's broken. You want to show them the underneath the smile and the like. They're not one for the one who always. You walk in and everything's all good. They know that there's more to life than that. They know it, and they don't like fair weather friends. They like friends who's gonna be there as they are, for the hard, for the long haul. They don't want people leaving them. They don't want people. They want people like that, and they're possessive. They're controlling. They're there for a reason because everything was unstable in their childhood, and they want to control you in a good way, in a positive way. Like they don't want you to smoke weed. They don't want you to do all that. They want you to be. They want what's best for you. They're kind of like a father in a way, you know. And these people, Scorpio Moon, they're so powerful if they control. If anything, they could be more spiritual than almost any other sign. They have intuitive sense where they sometimes you'll hear that's a random thought, not here, but you'll say something and then or somebody's name will pop up and the next minute they're there and you're like, what? You know, these people are very intuitive. They can be spiritual. If they focus, these people, they can activate third eyes. They can do all that because they're focused, and they're not really afraid of what most people are. They're not afraid of getting emotional conversations or talking about hidden stuff or taboo. They're not afraid of that. They're really, open about it. They'll talk to you about it. These people, they make great therapists, but people don't understand them. Like, it's scary dealing with a Scorpio moon because sometimes they're like psychic, and people are like, damn, you know, like they'll say something that you were just thinking, or they can look at your facial expressions and then just whatever, you know. And there's a lot of things going on underneath the surface with a Scorpio moon. So never think for a second, oh, you wrong them. They might not tell you straight up. You know, they might just take it because they don't want to freak you out. Because when they express their feelings to you, they're not looking for an intelligent answer. They're not looking for justification. They're looking for, I'm sorry. I apologize. I did not know that hurt you. I did not know, you know what I'm saying? That's what they're looking for. Because they don't want to get sting, expressing their feelings to you. Because what might not look like a big deal to you is a big deal to them. You know, like, let's say that they have a girlfriend, they don't want them going to the party or whatever, or wanting them to do whatever they want to do. Because you might see it as they're trying to control you, but they see it as, oh, something might happen to you. You might get shot. You might get killed. Somebody might drug your drink or something like that. And, you don't care about me because you got me tossing and turning that night. It's complex. It's like it leads into another things, and all of a sudden they explode. And, with their mother, they're mother, but they barely do. Like, they could tolerate her barely. Like, it's just some odd connection. Like, they'll talk to her and they're good, have conversations, but they'll fight. They'll have intensity. They'll, because they have a very intense relationship with their mother. It doesn't mean that they won't go upside their. These signs, they care about their mother. They love them. They love them, but they don't like them. Let's say that. Like, they love them, but they don't like them. They don't like who they are. Because they remind them, it's like a clash. Because this sign represents their mother. So their mother was abusive, controlling, or they did something to their emotions. They wasn't emotionally there. A lot of stuff could have happened. When I think of this sign, I think of a veteran, a traumatized veteran detective. That's what I think, And the evolved form is a spiritual. You're a very spiritual being, if you know how to use it, if you know how to channel that energy, that Plutonian energy, you could get closer to the other realms than almost any other sign if you really, really focus in. You could have spirits. You could get there. You could, I know this because, I have that placement. I know what it's like to be considered. People look at you crazy and stuff like that. But some people love that. Some people admire that. My girlfriend appreciates that somebody's crazy about her, and I work on it, I work on it. Sometimes I'm lenient, sometimes I'm not. But it's a black and white nature with this sign. You might, good or bad, you might, somebody steal, oh, they're bad. It's never, somebody steal something is bad. You can't look in the gray area or understand, and that's where that godlike trait come in, where that focus, where you could kind of kill the ego, or, to really, because this is a feminine energy, really. Scorpio is a feminine energy, and, underneath that, you could probably, like, you have to, that's where that focus come in, where you could kind of look past that and not be so judgmental. But sometimes you are, sometimes you are judgmental. Sometimes you stole. But then you don't look at the reason why they stole. Like, that person was probably hungry. That's where you kind of blind at, so you have to work on that a little bit. And, you just have to acknowledge what happened to you. Acknowledge that, you gotta, that the past, you gotta let go of that to move forward. You have to. Because, you're amazing you're an amazing person. You could heal people. They have the ability to heal people. They could say stuff because, like, they know, like, to talk to a person, Moon and Scorpio, about life, they the perfect people because they go from the depths and come back up. Like they know they go through everything. Rebirth, they know it. Like they go through shit, and they could tell you about the depths of anything you want to really know about. The occult, is a great. You want to know about the occult? Go to Scorpio moon. They love hidden stuff. They know hidden stuff, hidden intentions inside a human. They could look at a person and say, "Oh, I know what this person's trying to do." They could like if for example, another example, like dude came up to my girlfriend and asked, "Oh, did you graduate from college?" He know that my girlfriend's too young to look like that. He trying to figure out if she's old enough or of age. That's what his purpose is. That's the question. That's what he's trying to draw out. He's trying to pick her mind and see, did you graduate college, this and that, to see if she's of age. And he tries to get her Facebook. He don't know. He ain't never seen my girlfriend in his life. But I wasn't there. She, of course, if I was there, I wouldn't let it happen. I'm like, dude, like, get out of my, So to me, Moon Scorpio, they're very intelligent. But that doesn't mean you're always right, though. It doesn't. Like, you can't be 100% all the time. You're not, you know what I'm saying? You know the depths of things. You're very, very intellectual. You can study like this. This sign has the ability to record. Like they kind of have a scientist nature too. They have the ability to record and certain and calculate when they need to. Just sit there and record and how to do this, like formulas or something, some type of, you know what I'm saying? They know how to do it. And calculate it and explain it in a so deft way that, hey, this is how you do this and make that person do that. They're not also just an emotional intelligence, and some are not just book smart. Some are book smart, but they're also people intelligent because they know the dark side of people. They know, they have so much power with their emotions. They can make people feel them too. They can make the most rational people feel irrational. They can make them, because they're so powerful. But if they direct it and make it a positive way, they can make a sad person feel happy. That's the gift of them. You can turn that dark energy into positive energy. You'll be a powerful being. You'll be a force to reckon with, especially if you tap into the spiritual side of you. You have all the power at your disposal. You'll have it. So, the best thing to do is to hang in there. And hang in there and don't let, life get to you. Have patience. Have patience. And it's not always good to, be vengeful. It's not always good to do that. Some people need to be taught a lesson. I'm not going to sit up here and lie about that. Some people need to be taught a lesson. Some people really do. Some people need something in humility. But this sign, overall, it is a real sign, and you don't want to cross these people. These people are very genuine. They typically don't go around starting stuff. Like, they really don't. They typically don't. They wear a mask so well. But if you start something with them, it's justified to them to get you back. That's how it is with them. And they're so real. And if you mess with any of the loved ones or anything, or really wrong them, they are willing to kill you. They are willing to really kill you. They will get surreal with you, in a heartbeat. They don't play that. Like, they will. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to say that about Moon and Scorpio, because I am one, I will get surreal with you if you mess with one of my loved ones. I might fight with them. I might do a lot of stuff. I am a hypocrite about that. I might do some things, but you mess with anybody that I care about on a real level, I am willing to go to jail. I am willing to murder for that, It's not a threat. It's not a promise. It's a swear. And that sounds crazy, but hey, it's like whatever. Other people, they'll fight for their girlfriends. That's normal. But a Scorpio moon, they will kill for who they love. When they're in love, they will kill. That's the difference between most signs and the Scorpio moon. But anyway, you're amazing. Just always remember that. And remember, try to turn the negative energy into positive energy.